2 hours down, 1 big hour to go. Over to you, Fletch, Vaughan and Megan.
Thanks, voiceover guy. 7 minutes past 8, Fletch, Vaughan and Megan, and we welcome into the studio a very special guest, Ed Sheeran. Good morning.
Hello.
Ed just had to turn on his own microphone, showing Fletcher's ineptitude at running this desk on day 4 of the new show.
I got this.
Ed Sheeran's like, leave this to me, mate. I'm a professional when it comes to microphone
I saw you on stage last night. You did everything with that thing on the ground.
Thank you.
What is that?
It's a loop station. It basically records everything and then I can take it out. It basically, you build the track up on stage and then you get to remix it yourself.
Yeah, mate, I had a
Incredible.
Casio keyboard growing up. You used to push a button and play Happy Birthday.
It's kind of like, you know what?
Kind of like that, yep.
No, it's like if you were to see a DJ live and him have all the equipment there to just build the track up again, which is what some DJs do.
Mostly they just press spacebar on their MacBook.
Do you know what? If I get paid 16 mil a year just to press spacebar, which most of them do, I'm pressing spacebar.
Spacebar.
You can't. But most people would do that. Like, press spacebar, put their headphones on, twiddle some knobs,
And kind of do that rhythmic dancing.
Hell yeah. Mate, that's me. I'm gonna come with DJ when I'm older.
Okay, Ed Sheeran is with us in studio until 9 o'clock, and we're also going to play a game with Megan. We've seen the latest Big Brother Australia.
Yeah.
And it involved the game with the twins. So we're going to have need your help for this, Ed. And Megan's going to basically...
Don't look nervous, Ed.
You
You're right, mate.
don't need
Was
to
I
be
supposed to
nervous.
watch this?
No.
We'll explain
no
everything.
For you involved.
Ed Sheeran on the show. Here's Iggy Azalea, Fancy on ZM. It's 9 past 8.
First things first, I'm a real.
It's Iggy Azalea, Fancy on ZM. It's 12 minutes past 8. Fletch, Vaughan and Megan, and live in studio with Ed Sheeran. If you want to tweet, you can hashtag FVMZM or at Ed Sheeran during the show.
And if you wonder what Ed Sheeran likes to eat for breakfast, Mexican.
I'm just in heaven right now.
This is somebody's just
breakfast
whipped out
burrito.
to Mexicali and got a breakfast burrito. Never too early in the day for Mexican.
No.
Did you choose Mix? He's got his mouth full. I'll just delay.
I didn't. And
But it's to your liking.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't had potatoes in a while, and it's got potatoes in it, so I'm yamming down on it hard.
Yamming down on the
Potatoes.
tates.
Do you find that when you're travelling around, you just eat whatever because you're like, is it morning? Is it night? What
No,
day
this is
is
why
it?
I haven't eaten potatoes in a while, because the whole of last year, I just ate whatever was around, and you'll have lunch, and then you play a gig, and then after the gig's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and the only thing that's open are like fried chicken shops. So that's what I'd have every single day. So this year, I'm taking a bit more of a let's try and find some healthy stuff now and then.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's probably the unhealthiest thing I've had in about 2 months,
Oh,
which is
good.
great.
So you tell me you'd have lunch and then not eat anything until 1 in the morning, and
Probably
it would
not,
be fried
no.
chicken. My lord.
Yeah, great fried chicken as well.
Where's your best country for fried chicken?
This South of America, not South America, but South of America, like Texas.
Right, the
One
southern
amazing
states.
stuff down there. Yeah.
I mean, it's got its downsides down there, doesn't
They
it?
have this dip which is just melted blue cheese. That's the dip. It's amazing. So you got fried chicken, you
And
dip
chicken
it
wings?
in melted,
Dip it in cheese.
Yes.
dip it in melted blue cheese.
And you
Yes.
can't tell looking at them that they feast regularly on deep fried chicken dipped in blue cheese either, can you? I mean, Americans
No.
are so spelt. I got sarcastic.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
there's around 300 million Americans, so some of them are going to be skinny and some of them aren't going to
Yeah.
be skinny.
Yeah.
So
the general
there's not
rule.
a whole load of people in New Zealand, but I'm sure you have some fat people here as well.
We do.
Few, yep.
We've got a few around the place. So where has this tour been? Like, where have you been lately? And it ended up here in New Zealand.
Australia, I was
Right.
in Melbourne and Sydney, and then before then Germany, Paris, which isn't a country, but we were in Paris, Zurich, which is Switzerland, Brussels in Belgium, America, and we'll go to England after this to do all the fun stuff there.
Do you get to do that? Because everybody's dream is to have every page of their passport with stamps on it.
I lost my passport. I was killing it. Like my passport was like stamped up the wazoo, and it was like
Right.
it was looking really good. And then yeah, I lost it. Where did I lose? Oh, I lost it in. I had an apartment in Los Angeles, and the day that I moved out, I forgot I was moving out, so I just shoved everything into a bag and then buggered off, and then came back and someone else was living there. So yeah, I don't know.
How do you get out of America without a passport? That seems a country that.
Did
you go via Guantanamo
I have.
Bay?
Have you heard the what's I can't remember the No Church and no, it's the Otis song with Jay-Z and Kanye West when he's got, I've got 3 passports, I'm never going to jail. I've got 3 passports, and my manager's assistant flew over from London to Los Angeles to drop off the passport just before I flew.
So what passports do you have? So you've got the UK one.
I've got 3 UK ones.
Oh, so you just got
Well, they just give
in
you
triplicate.
Wow, I didn't know you could do that.
I don't think you can have more than 1 New Zealand passport at a time.
I think you could, if you like apply specially, because I have to have a passport to get different. You have to basically send off your passport to get visas. So if I'm
Right.
getting a visa in America and I want a visa in New Zealand, you can't send off the same passport. So you need more. So I have one for my Japanese visa, one for my Australian New Zealand visa, and one for
It's
my
hard to
American
keep
visa.
up. It would be hard to keep up.
You just have to get visas nowadays. You know, it works.
When you travel around, to be honest, I didn't know that you would have screaming fans. I thought they would be a little bit more
Mellowed.
low-key, a little bit more mellow. They are crazy, screamy, like quite loud.
Do you know what I'll say about that? Is like when anyone loves something, do you not find that if you like this burrito, for instance, I
Yeah.
love that burrito.
Yeah.
That burrito is my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend 10 minutes screaming at that.
Would you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get in the line to see that burrito?
And scream at that burrito.
Yeah.
Like I can understand having that burrito and enjoying that burrito,
Yeah.
but sticking that burrito. And if you walked in here this
Yeah.
morning, you're like, oh, we're going to interview Ed, this is going to be good, and there's just me in the middle of the room going, ah, at the burrito.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what's wrong? You're like, I'm just so excited about the burrito. I'm gonna, you know, like,
Yeah.
So
It's
I
got
find.
potatoes in it.
I mean, if the burrito asked me to clap along or sing along at its gig, I totally would, but I'm not going to scream at it for 10 minutes.
But then I'm glad I'm not a burrito because if
You would
someone
have just
ate me,
eaten yourself?
but if someone like if I got captured by a few fans and just salted and wrapped up and then just munched down.
They would go to town.
Eating up. To
Yeah.
talk about the gig last night, it was amazing. I knew it was going to be good. But then when you came out by yourself, I was like, oh, I wonder when everybody else is going to be coming on stage with them. And for
Did
the
you think
enti-
you'd been
to
shortchanged?
the
Like, oh, we can't
entirety?
even
I was
bring a
like,
stand over here.
oh, God.
Where's the drummer?
Yeah.
I can hear something, but
That-
there's no one else.
Whole thing was phenomenal.
Thank you.
I'm doing nothing but blowing smoke up your ass. You don't have to answer, but it
It's
was.
all right. I just had a colon, you know,
Yes,
like,
well, yeah, there's
Clean.
lots of room for smoke. I'm prepared to have it all up there. That everything the whole time. At the end of it, I was like, I just watched one man for an hour and 10 minutes by himself on stage, and not once did I think, oh, this is taking a while or anything like that. You're a phenomenal performer.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's just,
It's very
yep, I'm
kind of
done.
you.
I'm out of smoke.
Right. I wanted to ask about the Hobbit.
Yeah.
Because we saw at the
Speaking
end of
of
last.
smoke, yeah.
Speaking, I just wanted, we saw on social media. You were like, I'm in New Zealand, and everyone was like, why? And then all of a sudden, you're performing the song in the Hobbit movie. How did that? Did he ask you? Were you asked by Peter Jackson?
Yeah, it was a really last minute thing. It was because I think they've been spending so much time editing the film and making it perfect that the song kind of came as a second thought, and they were like, oh bugger, we have to get a song. So I got this email and literally flew over to New Zealand the next day, and within 2 days it was done, and it was such a fun experience. Yeah,
When
I want to do
was
it again.
from Peter Jackson? that
Yeah,
email?
it was from this email, and literally flew over to New Zealand the next day, and within 2 days it was done, and it was such a fun experience. Yeah, I want to do
was
it
it
again.
from Peter Jackson? that
Yeah,
email?
it was from.
Did
Peter.
it when you were reading it? It's like, this is just such the classiest Nigerian diamond scam ever. Fly to New Zealand and record a song with a Hobbit. Nice try, Nigerian scammers.
Well, this is the thing, because his email obviously isn't Peter Jackson at peterjackson.com, is it? So,
It's at
probably
Gmail.
is.
Yeah.
It's at
Peter
Gmail.
Jackson.
So-
No, he's
Yeah.
been around since Hotmail.
so the email comes up as a different name, so I did think that originally.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
amazing. And do you make a cameo?
No, I was too late for it. Like when I came over to New Zealand last year and met him for the first time, he was like, we literally stopped filming, because I do look like a hobbit, and I think I'd fit in quite well in that film. But there's this, if they make the Silmarillion, which I don't know if they got the rights for, but I'll try and
Have you tried reading the Silmarillion?
no.
I think J.R.R. Tolkien was like, okay, Hobbit done, Lord of the Rings good.
I don't-
I'm about to drop tons of acid and try to.
Well, no, but he didn't. I think he started the Silmarillion and then his kid finished it.
Right.
I think he wrote The Hobbit and wrote Lord of the Rings and started Silmarillion and died halfway through, and then his kid finished it.
Yeah, it's
So maybe
nice,
his-
significally more difficult read.
Yeah.
You go
All
into
right.
the creation of the universe.
We're gonna play a game next with Megan, which wow.
It could go well for Megan, it could go bad for Megan, depending on how well she knows Ed Sheeran.
All right, we're going to do that next. We're live with Ed Sheeran streaming. ZMonline.com, Avicii.
Don't know just how it happened.
It's Avicii, Addicted to You on ZM 822. Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. We are live in studio with Ed Sheeran, and we're about to play a round of spray tan bingo. Now, Megan is at the moment in a portable spray tan booth. You've got online, zmonline.com now. You've got to watch this. It's going to be streaming live. We have in studio Sarah from Dreamcatcher Spray Tans. These are the mobile spray tans. And Ed Sheeran has just picked up the spray tan gun. Now, how this game works, Ed, we're going to ask Megan questions about yourself. Now, obviously, Ed, you will know the answers. So if she's wrong, she will get a spray in the face for every wrong.
How come I drew the short straw for this? Why aren't one of you guys doing it?
I can't. I'm allergic to my beard's allergic to things.
If you have Googled me, you probably might know some of these, but I doubt you have.
You can freestyle, by the way, Ed. Feel free to drop in any question you'd like
Yeah,
about
we want
yourself.
this to be hard, Ed.
Yeah,
so
feel free to get her right up in the face.
Okay.
So
do you
don't
know?
feel-
Do you know what you're doing, Ed? Have you been given any instructions?
Spray.
Okay, so you just press this on and down.
Hope and spray.
Just what?
Just hope and spray.
Do we want to do a test spray, Ed? Do you feel
I don't
comfortable
think
before
that's
the...
I'm fine. Okay.
Okay,
What
here we go. This is spray tan bingo with Ed Sheeran.
What is my date of birth?
What is Ed
Ed
Sheeran's
Sheeran's
date of birth?
91.
1991, yes, but we're after.
No. I'll give her that. I'll give her that.
Okay, if she can get the month, she doesn't get sprayed in the face. What
Get the
month?
July.
Incorrect. Here comes the first spray in the face. It's. Oh wow!
Oh, wow! Wow!
Instantly,
You
I
look...
feel
Skip
like
that one
you
notch.
sprayed for way too long, Ed.
Okay. That's first.
Very
sure.
central
I'm sorry.
spraying as well, Ed. Feel free to really get a good.
You did it in one spot rather
Yeah,
than moving
even-
around.
Okay.
I
I'll move
feel
it
yeah.
around.
You've got to wave it, Ed.
Who's
There.
my favourite teacher at school?
Oh, that's a good question, Ed. Great
Brilliant.
question, Ed. Well asked.
Mrs.
No, it's a Mr.
Mr. Lawrence.
No, it's Mr. Hanley. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Mr. Hanley,
Okay.
straight
Spray
in the face.
face.
Get a good even coverage. There we go. Oh, we got
Switch it
the.
on. Come on.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
That's kind of
That's
like...
a much better even
Oh my-
spread, Ed. Well done on the second shot.
Ed, you are nailing this. Now, that looks like you've been in Hawaii for one and a half
tastes
weeks.
funky.
She looks more like the Kardashian now.
I'm so sorry.
Spray
Chloe.
tan bingo with Ed Sheeran. Question 3.
And that was a very long spray. Shorter, please, Ed.
Okay,
Shorter.
Okay. What is my? I don't even know what my favourite colour is. What's all my favourite fruit? All my celebrity. I'm just going to ask you a question. What is the circumference of my left nipple?
Do you know the circumference of your
I
left
don't,
nipple?
but you should by now. You should.
2 centimeters.
So the circumference is right around. There's no way
Oh.
anyone has a 2 centimeter circumference.
5 centimeters.
Even that small sprayer in the face, Ed.
All right.
Wow. Brilliant.
Right. It smells.
Okay.
Good, doesn't it?
What do I look like? Do
Um,
I look good?
Really,
Do I
really
look like I've
good.
been on holiday?
Yes, it does.
Yep. Or you fell asleep on holiday.
Let's have a think. Let's do something New Zealand.
Okay.
related.
Okay. What's Ed Sheeran's favourite place in New Zealand? What's Ed Sheeran's favourite New Zealand city?
Wellington.
She's right.
Yeah,
win this
that
round,
was an
yeah.
easy one.
Damn it.
You think of a question. You think because these are you never really know. Oh, what is my middle name?
Brilliant. Yes.
I know this, I think. Chris. Yeah!
Okay.
Okay. What city was Ed Sheeran born in?
What's a British... Were you born in Britain? Am I allowed to ask that question?
Well, yeah, that's a country, so we might need to refine that answer
I was
somewhat.
born in the north.
Leeds. I don't know anything about that place.
Not Leeds. And he even looked disgusted at the thought of being born in Leeds.
Spray in the face.
That's looking
I noticed
great.
that was very aggressive. Is there something wrong with Leeds? What?
Ed, you
How
recently...
many coats is this?
Is it true you recently bought a farm, like a little farmhouse, Ed?
Yeah,
You've got a farmhouse?
okay.
What's
not
your,
in Leeds though.
What's your favourite farm animal?
Megan.
Oh, Megan.
Megan. What's Ed
Megan,
Sheeran's
what's his-
favourite farm animal?
Chicken, because you can get eggs.
No, I like ducks, man.
No, ducks also egg laying, but not the right poultry.
Spray in the face.
Right in the face.
Spray tan bingo
Do
with
we
Ed
know how
Sheeran.
many layers this is? Even the spray tan lady's laughing.
What
now.
is... What is...
You don't have to crack up, Ed.
What is...
You did this?
This would never happen on a UK radio show ever. This is so fun. The only place I can imagine this happening is Japan. Japan do some wild stuff.
You look African American.
You do.
Like Beyonce. Do I look like Beyonce?
You look
Yeah,
like an
you
Egyptian,
do.
or one of
Thanks,
those
dude.
vase paintings from ancient Greece.
Oh, good. Like exotic.
Yeah,
I think,
really.
I, think,
Classic
I
looking.
think one more question. What is the name of the third track on Ed Sheeran's latest album?
I mean, it's probably the only song you've heard.
Oh, Ed, no clues.
1, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I can't even think of any.
1.
Oh, sing!
How dare she, Ed? She doesn't know sing in her face.
Keep going, Ed. Keep going. It's the end.
I've got another. I've got.
I said sing at the last minute.
What is Ed Sheeran's Instagram account?
Teddy's photos.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we have
Thank
one more
you.
spray?
Yeah, definitely. Get round because you need to give it even.
And on the side of the neck there.
Oh,
Ed.
she's looking very marmitey now. Someone fell asleep while eating marmite on toast.
Wow.
I can tell you what that tastes like. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I tell you,
Your head doesn't make up for it. Ed.
you look dark before, but now that I've got the contrast between you and porcelain-skinned Ed Sheeran, you look even
I
darker.
wanted to get a selfie with Ed, but I don't know if I do now.
I think you're
we
ready.
have to put this on Instagram. Ed, just quickly, how would you describe Megan there? How would you describe her? For those...
I saw this video of this like Greek stars in their eyes of this like blonde white woman who decided to dress up as Stevie Wonder, and it's like,
Stevie Wonder.
That was equally as offensive. It does almost look
no,
offensive.
but there's a video. If you look up this, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like this Greek program. It's probably the most offensive video.
Okay, we're going to get the videos online, zmonline.com. We're going to get some photos on Instagram
That's
now,
okay, Ed.
so you can see what Megan looks like. This is Ed Sheeran now and sing live when the button works.
I'm so sorry.
Third song on his new album, by the way.
My thing's frozen.
It's got spray tan in it.
Get a quick photo.
Frozen.
We're just getting photos of Ed Sheeran. Somebody coming
Matt's on it.
Here we go.
Here he is.
Ed
I can
Sheeran.
taste apricots.
It's Ed Sheeran live last night at the iHeartRadio 2 Degrees gig and sing. Ed Sheeran is live in studio with us. Apologies for the technical difficulties. There was a computer meltdown.
No, what happened is the computer did that little time glass. Just got to think about something, and Fletch went click, 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 and then when the time glass disappeared, it caught up on all the clicks.
That's what you do when something, you just keep pressing it
Just
till it
keep banging
works.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ed Sheeran in studio just sprayed Megan's face multiple times with spray tan.
Spray tan. We'll
Yeah.
point out that it was spray tan.
It was
Yeah.
spray tan. Definitely. That needs to be.
We will get the video online as soon as possible. You're actually genuinely feeling quite bad about that, Ed. Like you were checking on Megan's welfare.
I mean, yeah, I felt quite bad. I wouldn't want to be sprayed in the face that much. And
right.
That's the thing about you. You're like successful internationally, but you're still such a nice person. Like last night, you were walking past us backstage at your gig, and I was like, "Should we stop him for a photo?" We're like, "Can we grab a photo?" You're like, "Yeah, of course." I was like, "Oh, look, he's so nice."
oh, thank
Like,
you.
how many albums do you have to sell before you can start being an asshole? As well?
10 million.
10 million.
10 million. Yeah.
Okay, right.
How close are you?
I'm halfway there.
Oh, phew,
Okay.
I'm glad we get in
Yeah.
now. Maybe we can get one more interview before the 10 million mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that mark, though, like,
Yeah,
you don't wanna know.
Well, no, I do want to know, but you just have to go through a series of like assault courses to get to. Yeah, I have to prove that you want it, so you have to like,
Right.
climb a
Work for it.
climb a wall, whack a guy, do
Yeah.
do all this sort of stuff.
Right.
Brilliant. Now, a segment that is, I would say, New Zealand's most popular radio segment by far. It's a segment that I know you don't like, Megan and Vaughan.
Not a huge
No.
fan.
Are you both dog people then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
See, I like dogs,
Yep.
but I don't know. I just find my cat doesn't do its business everywhere, whereas the dogs I know do their business.
They
all
don't
over.
annoy you? Exactly. See?
No, it's not that they're annoying. I like
Right.
pugs because pugs always look disappointed in
real
life.
cute.
They kind
Yeah.
they kind of look at you with a look like, oh really? Oh
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure. But like,
No, I'm a pug.
Yeah.
It's because I've just worked out they're a pug.
Yeah. So we are going to relaunch cat news now, and I thought, we've got the world's biggest cat lover. You've even got a cat tattoo.
yeah. Well, actually, I've got a few cat tattoos. Actually,
You're
you
a
go.
follow through. You're a real cat fan. Fletch is a faux cat fan. Doesn't even have a cat.
Well, I live in an apartment. I think it would be mean.
Get a cat tattoo then. You don't have to
Cats,
feed
cats
it.
can chill in apartments. I have friends that have cats in apartments.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, this is all I needed, really. So we don't have a cat news intro because we've only been here a few days.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go cat news.
Yeah.
Like a big kind of announcement thing.
We can make
Ed.
a song for it now if you want.
Okay, yeah,
That
well, okay.
sounds-
How, like a jingle.
Like cat news. Everybody cares about that news. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's
So good.
That's it. And maybe I'll do a meow. Yeah, thanks, Megan. That's brilliant. Okay, so Ed has a cat news story to launch cat news again.
New York's first cat cafe may have only stayed open for a weekend, but by all accounts, it was a big success. The pop-up coffee shop in Manhattan's East Village hosted 21 adoptable cats alongside a coffee shop. By the time its doors shut on Sunday, thousands of people had stopped in, and most of the cats had been adopted. I heard about these cat coffee shops in Japan, and I was hoping that this one in New York would be more like that. But if this was a permanent cafe, I would totally hang out there, Beard Waltz said. We stopped by this weekend to see what all the hype was about.
Brilliant. That's great.
Great
What a
cat
lovely
news.
story. And they were adopted.
Having been travelling, have you been to any cat cafes?
Yeah, Japan. They're
Have you been
everywhere.
to the
They're
Everywhere?
everywhere. You literally order a coffee and they
Yeah.
just plonk a kitten in front of you.
You're like,
one.
I'll have a ginger tabby and a long black one sugar.
literally, it's like you can go there on
Yeah.
your own, and like you're meant to have a conversation with the cat. Like, but I've been on like Japanese TV shows before where
Yeah.
they're like the only thing that they're like, oh, we don't care about your new album. How's your cat? And then they're like bringing a cat, and then the cat. They're obsessed
Yeah.
with cats. Obsessed.
Wow. I actually nearly did think about bringing in a cat, but I thought that might have been taking it too far.
With them. That would have been amazing.
I could have bought my
Next
cat, but
time.
it would have put you off cats for life. He's a devil cat.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Ed Sheeran is in studio. We're streaming at zmonline.com. It's 21 minutes away from 9.
Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. Right now we are streaming the whole show with cameras at zmonline.com. You can watch Ed Sheeran co-hosting with Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. And he's pretty photogenic. Just going to put it out there. Ed? No? Okay.
Fletch, Vaughan and Megan.
And if you want a little teaser of a video that we're going to edit and get put on the ZM Online website, I've just uploaded to our Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook page, which you can find just by searching FVMZM on those various social media outlets. Megan's end result of Spraytown Bingo and a very guilty-looking Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran is in studio with us until 9. We're back with him next with Fact of the Day, and last calls are coming up. Here's Clean Bandit, Rather Be on ZM. As Clean Bandit, Rather Be on ZM. It's 11 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Fletch, Vaughan and Megan, and in studio with Ed Sheeran, who is in the country at the moment. We're going to do Fact of the Day next. This is a segment we do every day at this time, Ed, and we will sing an intro. And
You probably think we sing a lot of our intros after you did a fantastic rendition of Cat News for us. But
It's only the two that we ever sing.
we do a bit of singing, but
Sure.
Fact of the Day is the main singing one.
So during the break, I think we're going to have to teach you the song.
It's very simple. Don't worry about it.
And
For it, you're going to kill it. You could get your loop station out and be like...
Always. I thought you wanted a new song like the cat song, but it's fine.
I mean,
Keep your hands off goddamn Fact of the Day, Ed Sheeran. We don't need you coming in here and showing us up with your musical ability.
So we're going to give you a run through during the break, and we'll be back with Fact of the Day next.
Fletch, Vaughan and Megan.
Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. Join the movement.
Hashtag FVMZM. Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. You're not in Guatemala now, Ed Sheeran. He's going on short in the street, and Fletch, Vaughan and Megan are going with him. They'll have all the behind-the-scenes action tomorrow on the show. Fletch.
Hashtag FVMZM.
It's Pharrell and Marilyn Monroe on ZM. 3 minutes away from 9. Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. We're joined in studio by Ed Sheeran, and we are about to do Fact of the Day.
Yeah, we've briefly explained to Ed what Fact of the Day entails.
Yep.
A ridiculous song, a stupid short fact, and then another ridiculous song.
Brilliant. Now, Ed, you've managed to get your hands on a guitar.
Yes.
And you think that you're going to rework this jingle.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll do a radio jingle.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
for Fact of the Day.
Okay.
In your own time, Ed.
Fact of the day, fact of the day. Everybody loves the fact of the day. Hey!
Brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I was
Wow.
going to say, it was all right. But
No, but it's the new jingle. It's the new jingle. And I'll be taking my cut next time I come.
Yeah.
That'll be the percentage.
This segment makes lots of money.
Um,
Does it make any money? I don't think the segment makes any money.
don't think it
It does
does.
not have yet a corporate
So
sponsor.
should we agree now on 1 cent a play? That's 2 cents a day.
We'll send you a check at the end of the year for some cents, and we'll call it even.
Yeah, I mean, buy me a beer or something. That'd be fun.
Done.
Okay.
Easy,
Done.
just like that.
do
Okay.
that.
So today's fact of the day.
Today's fact of the day is that there are now more gay people in America than there are adult virgins. And virgins
Yep.
now qualify in America, adult virgins, as their own minority.
What?
How about that for a fact?
So if you don't get a job based on being a virgin, you can sue them.
Yes.
That's
If you're like,
actually
can
a
I
great
have this
point.
job as a prostitute? And they said, do you have any previous experience? And you say no, and then they don't give it to you. You could then sue them.
Or, like horrible bosses, there's a boss,
Yep.
a female boss that's trying to hire you and says you have to sleep with me to get the job. And you're like, no, sorry, I'm a virgin. So
And then you can sue
waiting
her.
for that special person. and
So
then
we're getting
you
around
can
up.
sue them.
I think Ed Sheeran, not only did you just rewrite Fact of the Day, you also propped a brand new television show idea. You're just making all sorts of ideas and
What?
money happen.
Virgin's the real minority.
Yes. Yes. And now, because we've done Fact of the Day, we need the jingle again.
Oh, sorry.
Feel free to completely change it up, Ed. This is your time.
Fact of the day. Fact of the day. Now we know the fact of the day. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now we do know it. All right, we're going to finish with last calls next. 0800 dial ZM. Ed's here. You can ask him anything within reason. I guess we'll screen those, producer James. Actually, just saying that out loud. That's not a good idea, is it? 0800 dial ZM. Here's Ali Goulding and Goodness Gracious. It's Ali Goulding on ZM. 3 minutes past 9. Fletch, Vaughan and Megan. As we wrap it up with last calls with our very special guest, Ed Sheeran, who's been in studio with us for an entire hour and has...
People outside.
Giving me a very, very, very dark spray tan.
Oh, that
That's
too,
right,
yeah,
that too. And the video, wow, you won't even recognize Megan. You need to check it out. As soon as we can get that up.
I'm just saying. Look,
I didn't even
look at
recognize
that.
myself.
Look at that little face, Ed. Look at that
Oh,
little
God.
face.
Showing Ed there, the Instagram.
This is.
ZMonline.com. It's going up as soon as we can get that up.
I'm just saying. Look,
I didn't even
look at
recognize
that.
myself.
Look at that little face, Ed. Look at that
Oh,
little
God.
face.
Showing Ed there, the Instagram.
This is part of the show where we kind of just throw it open to you. It's last calls, and I guess last calls today with Ed Sheeran, so we could do questions for Ed. Or
Yeah,
just
okay.
Thoughts you'd like to throw at him?
Let's try Crenare?
Yep.
Did I get that right?
It's Granada, but you did pretty
Granada,
good.
that's
So
Yeah,
a
well.
bit more of flair.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Crenere.
actually, you did a great New Zealand accent on stage last night, Ed Sheeran.
It's kind of half Aussie, half New Zealand.
Well, could you lay it on us?
Could you
For a
maybe ask for the last call now in your Kiwi accent?
So basically, we're here on ZM, and I need the last call here on ZM so we can do the question and talk about the Cat Cafe and Shortland Street and bloody Peter Jackson.
That was true. That was.
good.
Is that
That
any?
was-
That's kind of close to Australian, though.
It was a
isn't
New Zealander who's been working in Australia for a
Yeah.
few years.
Oh yeah, my.
Yeah, definitely had
Yeah,
that
but-
Australian twang, but there was a bit of Kiwi in there as well.
Yeah, but so what's your question for Ed Sheeran?
My question is, when do you next plan to come to New Zealand?
He's bloody here right now. What do you want from him?
I didn't get to see you last night, so
I'm sorry. I haven't got my my diary goes up to around September.
That's when you've got to order the new Collins for the next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it won't be any time before then, but it possibly could be after then.
okay, that sounds good. I just want to say I love your music so much,
Thank
and
you.
I've seen you live twice before, and you're amazing live.
Thank you
Like,
so much. Well, I'll be back. I'll be
incredible.
back soon to play.
Lovely.
I'm sorry yesterday was such a small show, but
It was.
yeah.
Holly in Wellington, last calls. What's your question for Ed?
Hi there. I'm really excited to talk to you, Ed.
Hey.
Look, I'm a guitar teacher and a musician as well, and I just wondered what age you started playing guitar.
11. Well, it's technically 10, but I didn't really. I mean, I made up my own chords for a bit, and then 11 I started getting lessons. So yeah, 12 years ago now.
Okay, let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. Fenella, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
What's your last call for Ed?
I was just wondering, because I know he plays a lot of songs from his first albums and his shows, if he ever forgets the lyrics or chords or anything for the guitar.
Yeah, it depends how tired and jet lagged I am. Like, if I'm like on my last legs, I'll often forget lyrics just because my mind's not working at the right pace.
What do? You just go,
Well, to be honest, the fans know the lyrics so much that I just pretend I'm stepping back from the mic and letting them sing it. I'm kind of like, you guys sing, go for it.
I'm going to stop start playing the guitar too. You guys keep singing. I'm going to go have a spew and get a drink.
It only
of Powerade.
happens for like 2 or 3 lines here and there.
Yeah.
But it's like if I'm feeling like I'm going to forget a lyric, I pull away from the mic and look to the audience expectantly, and then they'll scream it out more, and then I'll remember the next lyric and go into it.
That is amazing. It's great that someone will admit that, though.
You're like a magician that told us how a magic trick works. Some musicians are going to have you out of the guild.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to any shows, and like usually on the big ones, the big bands will be like, sing this. But if there's ever like a little like random line somewhere where someone forgets to sing, it's because. But most artists have, the monitors at the front of the stage. Most artists have video screens in there that have all the lyrics on them. That's like a very common thing.
Do they?
Yeah.
You sang a song last night that was a new song. I think you said it was the reply to everybody asking for another.
You Need Me. Yeah.
You Need Me. And the lyrics are going too fast. If someone had been trying to keep up with you scrolling, they just sort of had their finger on the arrow key and just going, yep, go, 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 go.
Yeah, but if I do it too slow, it kind of sounds like I'm speaking to someone with like learning difficulties and trying like to really drill in a fact. So I want to do it the usual way. Yeah.
Awesome. No,
Fantastic.
good.
Well, enjoy the rest of your time in New Zealand. Thank you so much for joining us for an entire hour, Ed Sheeran.
Thank you.
And now off to Shortland Street.
Yeah. I'm going to be shooting an episode. This is my acting debut.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Looking
the thing
forward
about
to
this, people, when it's on TV in like 6 months' time, are going to work out that Shortland Street shoots that much ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would come out this week, but yeah, it's going to be in a couple of months' time. But yeah, I'm going to
Playing
like
yourself?
my acting career, I feel is going to really go up from here. I've turned down everything, all the big Hollywood movies. I've turned them down, and this is the one.
Well, most
This
of
is
the New
one.
Zealanders in Lord of the Rings have been on Shortland Street.
Really?
Yeah. No, they have. Yeah.
Actually,
Carl.
I was
Carl
joking about the big movies thing. Like this,
Yeah.
genuinely is the only offer I've ever had.
Carl Urban started on Shortland Street.
Yeah?
He played Bones on the remake of Star Trek, and he was in Born on Demand. He was the Judge Dredd in the recent Judge Dredd.
You've got a load of actors from Spartacus here as well, right?
Yeah,
Did they start on?
Basically, if they got their boobs out in Spartacus, they were a New Zealand struggling actor.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of them. So
Did
proud
what
of
it
them.
took, Ed. They did what it took.
So we're going to come with you to Shortland Street and film it behind the scenes as well. Everything from today, including the spray tan bingo where Megan looked something.
Exotic.
Yes.
Like Beyonce-esque.
Wow. It's all going online.
Can you go and open the door, and everybody who's round or outside is going to give Ed a rousing round of applause and a bit of a yahoo.
Yay!
Here we go.
Oh, you guys make me feel special.
Thank you so much for hanging out for such a long time.
Thank
All
you
right,
for having me.
9 minutes past 9.
You've been listening to the Fletch, Vaughan and Megan radio program, directed by Fletch, Vaughan and Megan, catering